Okay, so thank you for coming. So what I wanted to show today was a very simple technique that I was just looking for some new techniques that we can do with the mixed media. And I thought this would be very helpful because many of you who are with me, who've been following me, you have, you have interest in mixed media, and I really love mixed media. So this is something that we had done last week. And if you have not had a chance to see it, then you might want to go into the Thrive community. And the link is in the emails that I send out to you. So to see the replay of how we got this, and I'll tell you how we got this effect. So we had used a bunch of tools. So we had used this Catalyst tool. And basically, the Catalyst tool is that you put the paint on the top and then you drag it in any direction. So it's a multiple layer of colors. So you can really layer colors in here. So you can see how beautiful it looks. There's a bit of transparency that you can see, and a mix and match of some colors. So then we use this one. We also used like an old card. This is the Best Buy one that I had lying around. And then I had this one as well. Now, the difference in these three were really in the effect that you get. So I'm going to encourage you to go to the community, to the Thrive community, and log in there, and you can see the video of how this was created, so that I will not be reviewing this in today's video here. Anyway, so I thought, you know what, how about we take this design, this technique further. So this is what we had created, this one here. This one was with totally different colors, you can see. It's very abstract kind of the effect. This was different. This one was interesting because I already had a background here. So let me show you. I had this black, I was working on a project which I did not like. So what I did was that I gave it a layer of gesso. And if I bring it closer, I'm not sure if you can see the back. And here you can see all this. So which is kind of giving it a lot of texture. So this particular one, this is how it came by. And you can see over here is giving, some interesting textures here. If I can just, yeah, you can see it over here. There's even, especially in this corner, you can see the textures at the bottom. So it's giving a really nice 3D type of an effect here. And then we did this one as well. And this one was, so once you've done your work with the Catalyst tool or the credit card, whatever you want to do, you can do mark making on the top. So this is the mark making that we were playing around with. I could not finish. I did not have time to finish it. But this is with gold acrylic ink. This was with Posca pens. So this is a really great way of, making cards or even bigger wall art if you like. It doesn't take too long. So you can see the effect over here. This is colors. The color has been, it just clumps over here, which is giving it like a really nice, like a lovely effect. And this one is different. So each one of them was really different. And I really liked the way the whole thing came about. So so we're going to take this a bit further as to say, if you have these kind of backgrounds, then how do you take this further on? So what we are going to do is we're going to be doing some masking tape. So I'm going to put this here. So I have masking tape, and so now the thing to note here is that the lines in this one are going straight, right? There's a bit of a curve, but they are vertical. So I want to give it a little bit of a different effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some masking tape diagonal. So I'm just going to, and I think I'm just going to stick it to the base, which is fine. Yeah. Here. And I'm going to give it some spacing in between. You can vary the spacing if you want. And I think it looks really cool. It doesn't have to be uniform. This one, I think maybe I'll give it a larger spacing over here. This one maybe a bit closer. We'll do one more here. We'll keep doing this for the full paper. We're almost there. Go. Okay, so I have everything taped up nicely. And now what I'm going to do, let me grab my palette. So here's my palette with, it's really wild. You can see it's all different colors here. So I have chosen a color palette which is completely different from the colors that we have over here. Okay. So I have some shades of blue. There's a yellow, and then I have black cherry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let me open up, let me get these colors on here. The binder is coming out here. Just mix it up a little bit. Okay, let's get the other blue. Okay. We have this one as well. It seems to. Sometimes these colors, they dry up if you don't use them, and that's what's happening. Anyway, I'm going to just pull out some color here. Okay, there we got it. Okay, so now I get my water. I don't need much water, but we'll keep it handy. So now all I'm going to do is, now I know there's a yellow here and we have yellow. So I'm just going to just go in. So because there's yellow here, I'll move to another part. So I'm just going to go ahead and very randomly apply these colors. And color mixing is great. It looks really pretty. You don't have to worry. Don't overthink it. It's all good. Literally playing around. So the whole idea, and in the Thrive community, that's what I really believe in, that we all need to really, calm down a little bit. The world is in a mess right now. And we need to really find ways in which we can, really pull ourselves together. And I find that art is something that really helps me hold myself together. So it's a really fast way of creating something very interesting. So there is a border over here, so you can choose to keep the border or you can paint over it. I mean, do whatever really works for you. Put in a little bit more yellow. And in places, I also have some thick paint, and which is fine because with acrylic paint, it gives those nice streaks. I think we've covered it all, probably. So just make sure you've covered the whole piece. I think we're good. Maybe a little bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. And I'm going to give it a quick dry. You can wait for it to dry or you can open it up, like you can remove the tape after this. But I'll just give it a quick dry to get sharp edges. Finding some paint not here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some paint here. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to remove the tape and see what we have. So be very careful, and you want to keep the tape as low as possible to the base. Okay, you do not want to pull it like this. So I'm keeping the tape really close to the base. Paper is not the best quality, so it's ripping, but that's okay. It's giving like a really vintagey kind of an effect. So if you let it dry, I think it'll give you the best results because you can see that there's a little bit of a bleed that's happening over here, which is okay, in the grand scheme of things. But if you want sharp lines, that would be the best thing to do. Yeah, here, see, it's ripping this paper. Oh, okay. Start from here. And the other thing is that when the type of masking tape that you use need to be a better quality. This one's not the best quality tape. The one that I have found recently is called as frog tape. Maybe at another time I will show you how the effect is with the frog tape, because this is ripping the paper and not, yeah, let's see. But when you are playing around, it is a good idea to use materials which are not very expensive, just so that, you are trying and testing a few things. And once you've tried this and you really like the technique, and then you can really level up um, the quality of the materials that you use. So when I started painting, I was using very cheap materials. See, it's all coming off here. So I'm going to, okay. It's really ripping. Not happy with this. And we have the final one. Okay, there we go. So this is, I know the paper has ripped over here, but that's okay. That's all right. I won't worry about that. This is giving a like a really rugged kind of an effect. So you see with this way, with the base that we had done, and then this way, it's giving a very, very different look. I feel like if these lines were even closer, probably it would have been a more intricate effect. But again, it all goes back to trying and testing new techniques and really utilizing them in your work. This could make a really lovely collage paper. And what I'm thinking when I'm thinking of this is, once this is all dried up, what I intend to do is, maybe I can show that in a different video, is that you can maybe design some flowers on the backside. You can draw the flower and then cut it. And so it becomes like almost like a 3D type of an effect, or like a mixed media type of flower, which you can use in your collaging. So this way you can create so many different effects, so many different ways of making your own collage paper. This is a bit thicker, not thick, but this is not the best quality paper. That's why all this is happening. But this is really great for doing like collage work type of thing. So if I was to do, let's say, I have a better paper quality. Right now I don't, but I might test it. So maybe this one is a little bit thicker. So how about, let me get rid of this paper here. Okay, so I'm going to actually try the same technique on this paper. This is a bit thicker. And where is my masking tape? So this time, what I'll do is I am going to probably get the lines a bit closer. Now for this one, I'm thinking that I am going to use a limited palette. So in this one, we used like different colors. I think it's looking pretty, as it dries up, we'll like in this one over here, it looks really lovely. You know, the mixing of colors, it's very organic and it is beautiful. Like each line is different. So this is like a different effect. And for this one, I'm thinking maybe we can use some limited color palette, which probably will be, let's say I'm going to limit myself to gold. Okay, where is my gold? Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to use gold. And I will probably use, I have black here. There's yellow. Maybe I can use some green, probably. That would be a good idea to use some green. Okay, so just like gold and green. So let's see. I'm going to put my green. There's my green. And here is my gold. Sometimes you just have to mix the colors really nicely. That's the binder coming out. Okay, so let's see how what this does. So I'm going to, so this is still not working well. So I think I'll choose a different gold. Okay. All right, so I got some gold here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my gold in certain areas. And then we'll go and put in some yellow, sorry, green as well. I have some yellow on my palette, so I'm using that as well. It's a little bit of blue. I won't be using too many of the other colors, but it's kind of nice to break that up. A little bit of splash of blue, I think will look interesting. Okay. I think I left this area here. Okay, I think I'm good with that. So this time around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this a little bit so that we have a little view of the crisp, the lines that we get are a bit crisper. Okay. So now with the when you run the hot tool over the tape, it also helps to loosen it. So I'm going to start now removing the tape and see what the effect is. Oh, so much better, so much better. And you'll see it in just a minute. I know it's not showing up on camera right now, but you'll see it just in just a minute. You see the lines are so much crisper if you see over here. And I'm able to remove the tape also very easily. There we go. You can see the lines, so really lovely. And the quality of this paper is much better than the previous one. So it's coming off really nicely. So here we are. So you can see it just changes the look of the entire piece, the entire painting. And if you want to take this even a level further, what you could probably do is once this thing dries really nicely, you can put tape the other way, like this way, and it will be literally a game changer. And I think I'm going to try it with this piece once the whole thing dries, and I will share that with all of you. Let's see that. It looks so complicated. The whole thing looks such a complicated piece on how this is done. But I think this is really cool. It's a really cool idea. And it does not require any fine art skills. It just requires your own, you know, the whatever you're feeling in the moment, whatever colors you're feeling in the moment, and you can do it. So in this one, we did straight lines, but you are welcome to do it even in, you know, if you want to do it in like, say, squares or any other shapes as well. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. And until next week, have a lovely week, and I will see you back soon. Bye now.